Today, let's decorate our sketchbook with boughs of American holly. I found a holly bush where I was least expecting it today, and hopefully we can have some fun with that. Let's get our sketchbooks. Today, I was the lucky customer number 14 at Chick-fil-A and more, and on the left side of me was a tree, and I noticed it had bright, beautiful red berries, and so I decided to go investigate a little further. There's the red berries that caught my eye. I noticed it had two kinds of leaves. One was the kind of leaf that came to a single rounded point, and the other kind of leaf is the one on the left that had 3 points. So after doing as much digging as I could, I believe this is an American holly tree. I didn't even know there was such thing as an American holly tree until today, but apparently they're quite popular. I grabbed my sketchbook and I quickly sketched the leaves. They were small enough that I could do what I hope is about actual size. I learned that the leaves are typically 2 to 4 inches long in general, and this is about what they were on the plant that I was looking at. I do think I was a little bit too big with the berries. I think it's because I knew I wanted to color those in with a bright red crayon later, and I was giving myself plenty of space. Those were probably a little bigger than what I actually saw. But I did see the leaves with the 3 points and the single point there. So I thought it'd be fun to draw what I think is American holly, and if not, I'll correct the video later. Shoot me an email if you know better than I do about what kind of tree that is. But for today, we're going to make it American holly. All right, let's learn to draw it big before we learn to draw it small. A lot of people have a lot easier time trying to draw something much bigger rather than teeny tiny. So we're going to go with big first and then small later. I'm going to go to the center of my page and draw 3 really big holly berries. I want this one to look like it's on top. And so when I draw the other 2, I can either draw the circles like that and erase out the parts of the circle that land on top of the one that I want to look like it's in front, like that. Or I can just draw the circle, and when I'm getting to where it touches this one, I can just hop over. So either one of those methods should work to get your berries. Now to draw the leaves, let's start with the easier leaf. I'm going to draw way up here. I'm going to draw a point, and that's going to be the tippy top of my leaf. Now these leaves are not skinny, they balloon out a bit. So I'm going to be sure to stay away from the middle. And so what I want to do first is draw a middle line. I'm going to draw that almost up to the point. And then I'm going to draw down, staying away from the middle, then coming close to it and allowing a little bit of a stem. On this holly plant, there was a little bit of stem between the berries and the leaves. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to go away from the middle and come down close to the middle line to create a little stem. Now, when I looked deep into this plant, I could see that there was V-shaped veins. So I'm going to add the V-shaped veins right there. And I've got my first holly leaf. Now I'm going to draw the one that's just a little bit more difficult. It's got the 3 points at the top. So let's take another quick look at that. We've got 3 points at the top. And from the top, you can see it kind of slopes down. If I can get my marker out, I may be able to draw a bit of this for us. Let's see. All right, so right there you can see where I put in red. It's got a little bit of a curved line. So it's not like a straight triangle, it's got curvy lines. So we're going to try to draw those in on our sketchbook. I'm going to start by drawing a tippy top dot right there. That'll be the very top of my leaf. And I'm going to draw 2 out to the side. That'll make my other 2 points. And I'm going to draw that curvy line that goes kind of inward and out. I'm going to draw that on the other side, inward and out. And I'm going to draw that center line down to the berries. I know I want to stop about there to leave room for a stem. And I'm going to bring this line out just slightly and then come back in toward my dot. And I'm going to do that over here on the other side. I'm going to come out and then go in toward my dot. And then I'm going to add those V-shaped veins. Okay, so there's my very large holly leaves. And you can start those on another piece of paper. You can draw an arrangement that's big, or you can draw one that's very small and true to scale. A little truer to scale. The other thing you want to do when you're nature journaling is learn a little bit more about what you're drawing if you can. Now, because of this picture here, I determined that I think what I'm looking at was an American holly leaf. And from what I was looking at on the internet, here at nationalgeographic.com, it says that you can get 5 different kind of holly leaves from the same tree. So again, I think that's why this is probably an American holly tree. So then it was time to start looking for facts to fill in with my nature journal. I titled it at the top American Holly Tree, and then I went to reading and I found out some very interesting things. It was one of George Washington's favorite trees, and it says that 12 that he planted are still in evidence today. Now that's another mystery I'm going to have to go solve. Does that mean they're still alive? That would be very hard to believe. Or does it mean that they pollinated and created more trees that created more trees, and those are still in evidence? So I'm going to find that out. I found that they reach 40 to 50 feet as a tree, and the leaves stay green year-round, and it was first scientifically observed in 1744. The leaves are 2 to 4 inches long, and the fruit is good food for grouse, quail, wild turkey, and songbird. So I hope you had fun learning about the American holly tree today. I know I did. I'd love to see what you make. I've really enjoyed the emails and pictures I've been getting. Please do send me what you're creating. It's always so fun to look at. All right, I will see you tomorrow with more for our nature journal. Bye-bye.